to talk today, which is the sign behind yellow water.
The science.
The science behind yellow water. You must be wondering what is so special about it. But leave it to the end. I want to ask you the reason why you are here today. Because you are here because you want to know more about the product, correct? What the hell I'm talking about? One. The second reason is that you might have some medical problem. You already seek treatment in a hospital. If I suggest that there may be alternative, safer way for you to address the problem, I'm sure you want to listen for it.
I'm sure you want to hear.
I'm sure you want to listen to the problem. And number three is that even though you are well, but you must have.
But even though you are well,
but you must have somebody in your family, it could be your neighbors, it could be your aunties, who may have medical challenge that needs to be addressed to. Okay, I don't deny the fact that you already go and seek the normal hospital treatment in hospital, but this is a good alternative that can supplement to that treatment, whatever they are.
Let's say good alternative.
Good alternative.
This is
good.
This is complementary to the treatment that you are undergoing or seeking at the hospital.
Correct.
Don't stop the treatment that you are undergoing.
Correct.
Because this is only complementary.
I say it again. Okay.
Don't stop. I'll say it again. If you are undergoing
medical treatment from the hospital, please continue.
Don't stop.
But you may add this water as addition to that treatment. Okay?
Complementary,
because in the long run, with proper usage, with proper drinking method, for at least about 2 months, you can see some difference to the health challenge that you may have. Okay. I'm going to revisit again the concept of oxygen here, because you may have learned this from the school. I'm sure you know about this. You see, because we get oxygen to the body by the normal way is by breathing 21% oxygen in the air. It goes into the lung. You get exchange into with the carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide goes out and oxygen came in. Correct. And then this oxygen will bind to the molecule or substance they call it hemoglobin to become hemoglobin, oxyhemoglobin. This is a normal pathway. But the fact that you don't know that there's some percentage of oxygen actually goes into the plasma. Plasma, the blood component, they have two. One, they have the cell component. The other, they have the plasma component. So, the plasma component, if we measure the oxygen concentration inside the plasma, they call it dissolved oxygen in plasma, the value is only 0.3%. So if you have another 97% in that capacity for you to absorb any other additional oxygen. So this is the concept. Okay, why oxygen is very important? Because as we grow older, this is the fact. This is a science fact.
As we grow older, it is scientifically proven.
This is scientifically proven that your oxygen in the body become diminished over time. Okay, why? Because the effect of stress, stress of life. You may have some medical challenge like diabetes. You may have this aging process. All this will contribute to the lower oxygen level in the body. We are talking about the cellular level. Means that the oxygen content inside the cell, and as you know, our body consists of a lot of cells everywhere.
Okay, now this is the point where I want you to stand and take a marker pen and use the whiteboard. Turn the whiteboard to face us. Okay, start. Infant. You just write the word infant. Infant. So the oxygen content is how many percent?
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. the value of oxygen inside the blood is the same, whether you are infant, whether you are adult, whether you are old man, is the same. It's still around 97 to 100%. This is the amount of oxygen that combined with hemoglobin. Okay, the problem is that this, whether you are infant, whether you are adult to old age, the amount of oxygen in the blood remains the same. But we are not talking about that. We are talking about the cellular level.
Okay.
The cellular level of oxygen, as you grow older, it gets diminished. So in infant, even though your value of oxygen inside the blood is 100%, if you measure the cellular level of oxygen inside the cell for infant, it's still the same. It's about maybe 97 to 98.
Okay, why don't you label on top of 100 cellular cell and
this is,
90
this is the blood.
Blood. Okay, just write blood.
HbO2 lah. Okay. This is cell.
Cell. Okay.
Alright.
Don't put HbO2. We are normal people. Just put blood. Blood. Okay.
My handwriting is terrible.
It's okay. You will improve with more practice.
Okay. So as you grow older, even though your hemoglobin in the blood, hemoglobin, this is oxyhemoglobin, okay? Remember me talking, this hemoglobin, this oxygen will combine with the hemoglobin to become oxyhemoglobin. So the value is around 90.
Slower. The value is around.
The value is around 97 to 100. Let's say it's 100%. So it's still the same. In adult, it's 100%. In old age, without respiratory problem, it's still 100%. Okay?
Alright.
Okay. So this is the same everywhere, regardless of the age, correct? But if you go to if you go to the if you go to the cellular level, okay, this is where the matter is, because I will tell you why later on, But in infant, if you measure this oxygen content in the cellular level, it will be around the same time, around the same amount, which is around 100 for infant.
For an adult, it is,
and it is coming down. It will become coming down. I would say around 70%.
and where at old age,
maybe about 60%. Okay.
This is where the problem is.
Right. So why this cellular oxygen is very important? Because the amount of oxygen in the cell is the one contribute to your health. Alright? You get that? Because why did I say this? Because this is not my word, this is scientific studies. So the scientific study was done by a person by the name of Dr. Otto Warburg. You can Google this.
Write down his name.
Otto.
No, you don't need to erase what we have written. Just write.
Dr. Otto Warburg. This man, everybody in medicine knows who is this man, because he's one of the Nobel Prize winner, and he has found very important concept which used until now. So he was a German medical physician and also physicist. What he says is that, what he found out is that, and because of these two principles, he won the
Nobel Prize
in 1931 in medicine. What he says is that if a cell, a human cell deprive oxygen 45% and above, it can become cancerous. That's number one principle. Number two, he also find out is that the cancer cell cannot live in the oxygen environment. In order to the cancer cell to be developed, it has to be in the condition that there's no oxygen. They call it, in medical, we call it anaerobic. So the more lack of oxygen it is, the more cancerous it becomes and the more malignant it is. The more disaster. So based on these two concepts, this is, remember, 1931, okay? So from 1931 onward, people are trying to reverse back. A lot of scientists have done, trying to reverse that situation. Alright? If we can reverse back the oxygen content inside all these cells, then perhaps it will not lead us to disease.
It will not lead
It
us.
will not lead us to disease, because not only cancer is the problem, we also have medical problems like diabetes, fatty liver, all the problems in the kidneys and so on. Basically, it's because the cell is lack of oxygen. Okay, so how do we get extra oxygen? You know, in the normal circumstances, you have to wear a mask, right? A mask means you have to wear a mask giving you higher oxygen than normal, because your air is 200% oxygen. So we can't be walking around, because you are normal people like you. We can't be walking around with a mask. People will laugh at you. I mean, what are you doing? Okay, that's one thing. The second thing is that if you remember Michael Jackson, he lived in the hyperbaric chamber. Hyperbaric chamber means that he wants the environment to be all oxygen rich. All right, but it's very difficult. Who can afford that? Number one, and it's a very bulky kind of. You have to actually have a room to do that. And number three, it's not without complication. So now, based on this technique that they have over the years, they have come up with this thing. You know, they call it oxygen-rich water. Okay, oxygen rich water. So this is the concept. So what is the oxygen-rich water? That's the next topic.
So I want to add here. So my suggestion is, when you say this, first we breathe more oxygen.
Correct.
Yeah. But if we cannot afford and cannot breathe more oxygen,
Right.
then the solution is for you to consume water with more oxygen.
Correct.
So that will simplify what you're saying here, okay?
Right.
So when you say that,
Yeah.
the first solution is
The first solution is that for you
To breathe.
to breathe oxygen more.
to breathe more oxygen.
Yes. To breathe more oxygen is by the thing that
By gas mask and tank, which you need to carry around,
which is
you need to carry around.
which is not practical. Correct. Second thing is
The second solution is
that you have to live. You have to sleep or live in the oxygen-rich environment. They call it
oxygen.
hyperbaric chamber. You can Google. Hyperbaric chamber means.
And this is expensive. It's okay, shorter.
Blah blah blah. Okay. Alright.
This is expensive. Don't need to say blah blah blah. This is expensive. This is expensive.
This is expensive. Number three is that you have. If I tell you, you have a way for you to get that extra oxygen by
Drinking water.
By drinking water, which is what I'm going to talk about this water later on.
By drinking water that contains
The oxygen-rich water.
by drinking oxygen-rich water.
That can increase your oxygen in the cell. Would you like to hear?
Yes.
Correct? Okay.
Okay. Which is easier? Drink water?
Which is easier?
Drink water or carry gas?
Oxygen.
Carry gas tank.
Mr. Steve.
No. The question is, which is easier?
Yeah, which is easier?
Drink water or carry oxygen tank? Which one?
Which one? Mr. Steve, right? Charles Bronson. Which one?
Oxygen tank.
Oxygen tank. Okay, let's see. Okay, Mr. Bronson.
Yeah, Mr. Bronson. Okay.
For your information,
Yeah.
for your information,
What?
the oxygen tank weighs. The oxygen tank weighs
Is
50 kg.
heavy. I don't know.
Just say 50 kg.
50 kg. You know.
So-
And then imagine
Carry-
yourself. You have to wear a mask, and you are walking around with the oxygen tank behind you. Everywhere you go, you know.
I see.
Which is totally. I mean, it's either you mad or.
So do you want to carry oxygen tank
Or you want
or
to drink oxygen-rich water, which bring me to the next.
Which one? Ask properly. Do you want to carry?
You want to carry oxygen tank, or do you want to carry a bottle of oxygen-rich water? Which one you want? You will get the same effect. Which one you want?
I'll choose the bottle water.
Okay, fine.
Good, kata good.
Very good.
Good.
You are smart after all.
Okay, good.
Okay. So, am I boring you?
No, kena. Better now.
Okay. Okay. So you want to know what the hell is the water?
What the hell? Don't say that. Don't say that. Don't say what the hell. I'm sure you are eager to know.
About this water.
Okay.
You know why I'm here standing in front of you? Sharing about this water. Because why? Because once upon a time before, I was like you. You know, I'm an educated person. I'm a doctor.
I'm a scientist.
I'm a scientist.
And I am very skeptical.
Yes, I'm very skeptical about any product in Malaysia that being sold. Okay, because normally they don't have any scientific research. They don't have proof. They only have claim. Claim here, claim 1, claim 2, claim 3. But being a person with medical problem, I will tell you about my problem later on. Okay, but I'm always looking for alternatives. So when I found out about this water.